Oh my god, what the hell was that? Hey, tell me what's wrong. I had this crazy dream where I was working on a TV show where we documented walls. About walls? That really is bizarre. That's not even the weirdest part. Everybody there looked exactly like me. This is sounding kind of interesting. Please continue. Ugh, the horror of seeing the same ugly face no matter where I went. Oh, and the horror of learning that ugly face was mine. Oh, it was truly a vicious cycle. Wow, such self-loathing. I thought we'd already gotten past that like a month ago. I guess not. Oh, and in the dream, we were all in quarantine because there's this crazy pandemic. Well, I would say that's sweeping the world, but that's redundant. Oh my god, having to live in quarantine with them and look at their ugly faces every single day. I just could not take it anymore. Well, I guess you shouldn't worry about it now. Wait a second. Why do you keep changing clothes? I've never been to therapy? What the heck? Uh-oh. Okay, what the hell was that? Oh, dude, are you okay? I was having this weird dream where I was in therapy. So is that the whole dream, or... What are you talking about? Of course that's not the end of the story. Then continue! Well, your body language communicated to me that you're about to say something, okay? Anyway, I don't know if you guys existed in my dream, but in the dream therapy session, I was having a dream where I was in quarantine with all of you guys because there was some massive pandemic that was sweeping the world. Wow, a dream within a dream? How strange and convoluted. Imagine if somebody started a video or like a movie with that. Crazy, right? That sounds like something only a frickin' degenerate would attempt. Anyway, kind of interesting considering the pandemic thing is actually happening. Wait, what? Corona much? Corona? Oh yeah, I saw a couple memes about that. Memes? We've been in quarantine for like 2 months now. Well, you know, I never really left the house too much anyway, and I don't really watch the news, so it hasn't really affected me that much. God, how you still function as a productive member of society and as a human being, I will never understand. Anyway, the studio wants us to do a special episode for the pandemic. Wait, weren't we planning a not Christmas, holiday special? You realize that it's already May, right? May? Would you look at that, it's already May. What do you know? Oh my god. Wait, where is Billy? Hello everybody, so today's episode is going to be about how we are walled socially. So I would like to start off this video with what is causing us to be walled off from each other, or the actual wall. This of course would be coronavirus, and I know you guys are probably curious. I'm an AP Bio student, so I'm very qualified to speak about this topic. No need to fact check me. Coronavirus, of course, is a virus which is often depicted like the picture being currently displayed. However, the picture that you're currently looking at is actually a bacteriophage, and this is not what the coronavirus actually looks like. The coronavirus looks a lot more like this. This thing on the outside is called the viral envelope, which contains genetic material. These pictures of Spike from Cowboy Bebop represent the spike proteins, which are used to interact with the receptors on the cell membrane. Now, you're probably wondering, where are all the jokes? And to that I say, still your horses, they'll come, alright? It's like 20 seconds. Moving on, we are about to see an animation coming up right now. So this is an animation of the virus floating onto the cellular membrane receptor. You can thank our friends at Pixar for that one. They're very good friends of the show. Here we see that once the virus actually comes into contact with the cell membrane, it injects its genetic material into the cell. You're probably confused as to why the DNA is single-stranded. That's because this is actually RNA. RNA can exist as a single strand while DNA cannot. After injecting the RNA, the cell makes whatever proteins the RNA says, and this is used to produce more viruses. Now that I've covered the biology of the virus, let's talk about what we know about the virus and really in terms of how it spread. The virus seems to have originated in this eastern country being shown on the screen, specifically China, specified by the red arrow. It seems that patient 0 contracted this virus after eating a bat, which probably looked almost exactly like this. This makes sense because apparently the virus could only infect animals before humans, so this would be a logical way to transmit it to humans. After that, I don't really know what else I can say. Patient 0 passed it on to somebody else, who passed it on to somebody else, who got in a plane and passed it on to another country, that guy got in a plane, and eventually everyone just kept getting on planes despite having the virus, which eventually led to this thing becoming a full-blown pandemic. However, this is just a story that the filthy media is feeding us. Let's see what really happened. Let's take a look at the facts, shall we? The virus taking the leap from animals to humans is clearly a very large jump. And while basic biology tells us this is really not a huge jump, I say it is. So, what will be able to cause such an extreme mutation? That's an easy answer: radiation. And do you know where high amounts of radiation could be found? Space, obviously. So, now you're asking, how did the virus get up to space? Well, a rocket, clearly. I believe that President JFK sent a sample of the coronavirus up to the moon on Apollo 11 in order to mutate into a much more potent form. Before we get into the why, let's get into the how. First, how could a living thing take such extreme amounts of radiation for over 50 years? The answer is a virus is not actually a living thing, you dingus. But isn't space either too cold or too hot? Well, if the virus stayed in a place where the light wasn't as strong but wasn't quite the dark side of the moon, it could actually create the proper temperatures. Now for the why. JFK knew that there was a chance that Democratic presidents would be elected increasingly less. And he was right. If we look at the presidents since him, they have been mostly Republican. So why now? Well, like him or not, Trump is clearly an unorthodox politician. The Democratic Party knew that his policies would fundamentally change politics if they didn't do something. So they recalled their virus back to Earth. They knew that a pandemic would look bad for the sitting presidents. Is it a coincidence that they timed it on the year of the election? I say thee nay. Is it a coincidence that it actually also hurts the Democratic candidates because they can't campaign as much? Yes, obviously. However, the virus, which was supposed to come back via a rock breaking off the moon and entering orbit, clearly did not enter America. Now, I did the calculations, and it seems that it actually landed here, where the red circle is. It really could have been either one of them, I'm not sure. Now, I've looked at satellite images, and there's actually a secret Chinese lab at both of these locations. Again, in case you're wondering, I'm an AP Bio student, there's no need to fact check me here. But how did it get back onto the mainland? Well, scientists, even though they're nerds, have to eat sometime. One of them probably liked the Wuhan markets and then ended up sneezing on a bat. Then, unfortunately, patient 0 ate that bat. And then the pandemic just started. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Well, now that we're done reviewing the basic facts about coronavirus, as well as unequivocally proving that it is a conspiracy against the current cabinet, let's look at how its effects have manifested itself in our daily lives. So what I'd like to look at first is Zoom. Zoom is a software commonly used for video conferencing. Why people so want to look at each other's ugly mugs in these trying times? I don't know, but humans are weird, I guess. And also why we use Zoom specifically, even, I don't understand. It's like, Discord, Skype, even Twitch were already quite popular before the virus corona, but whatever. Now, unfortunately, in order to get some footage of people in the Zoom meeting, we're going to have to use some pretty advanced stealth techniques. Because as you know, they always kick you out for no reason. It's not like they're ever having private conversations. Luckily, I am a master of said stealth techniques. It's really time to put my degree into use. Now, you may not be able to see it right now, but I'm currently using one of my many mastered stealth techniques. Here, let me change the camera angle real quick so then you'll be able to see me better. See? Now you can see me. Anyway, I'm currently staking out my roommate's room. Oh, speak of the devil. He's coming right now. Now, because I could not afford getting caught, I decided that I would hack into Roger's computer and then give voiceover into what he's doing in post. So, let's watch a legendary Zoom meeting in the wild. Is my mic working? Oh, hello, Billy. Now, here we see a very commonly used tactic in Zoom meetings, the "is my mic working?" When there's no clear subject to talk about in the beginning of a conversation, or in the middle, people ask if their mic is working. Sometimes they're actually curious, but more often than not, they're just they know that the other person's ignoring them and they want to give them an easy way out. Hello, Roger. Yeah, your mic's working. Great. How you doing? Good. And here Billy has revealed what type of Zoom caller he is. Billy is the non-caller. This is because he has input of such little interest and emotion and engagement that the people he's talking to would be more stimulated by a doll, because at least a doll would smile back. You're good? I guess that's good. And here we have another type of Zoom caller. Roger is known as the Happy Meal. The Happy Meal is a fine caller that no one really has a problem with. However, he brings no depth to the conversation and really has no substance as a human being in general. Well, since I know you're going to ask, my day's been pretty good. I've gotten a lot done. I've done my laundry, I've read a book, I've even gotten some work done. What about you, Billy? I got out of bed. That's it. Now, the previous conversation perfectly exemplifies the traits of the Happy Meal and the non-caller. The Happy Meal, of course, started the conversation, showing that it doesn't have any problem with having a conversation. However, the conversation I brought up is a very basic one, just basic stuff like talking about their days, what they did, and we got to see how Billy truly is a non-caller, with his incredibly simple, often 2 to 3 word answers, and really his utter lack of a soul. Okay, well, enough of the small talk. We need to talk about the frickin' show. Yeah, we do. It sucks. Well, I wouldn't say that it sucks. I would say that it is a total dumpster fire, and it's kind of offensively bad, to the point where it kind of disgraces the human race. And here, Roger and Billy actually reveal themselves to be the type of Zoom caller that actually is 2 types of Zoom callers. In their case, their second type is the total loser. Only a total loser would be able to think that my show sucks, truly displaying their just complete utter lack of intellect. No one even watches the show. Why is he still making it? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there needs to be a major change soon, or else we're going to lose the show. Are you serious? Heck yeah, I'm serious, and I cannot lose this job. This show's going to be like a permanent stain on my career. If future employers see that I was involved with a show that was this horrifically, offensively, I would use that, but I gotta say, it's offensively bad, then they'll never employ me ever again. That is quite the dilemma, and it is the exact same one that I'm currently in. Here, Roger and Billy further cement their stupidity, because in reality, any employer would be overjoyed to work with anyone who's even remotely involved with a show with its quality as mine. I mean, a documentary and a comedy? I mean, I know it's not always funny, but you should give it props for trying. Isn't that what matters in this world, trying, not succeeding? Yeah, I think the only choice that we even have is to eliminate Leo from the show. Yeah, I agree. So the plan is set in stone then. Yeah, I'll take over for Leo. I mean, I'm pretty charming if I do say so myself. And luckily I'll look alike. I mean, look, your room and mine are the exact same thing. Yeah, so about not getting caught, I did not exactly do that. Are you serious? You want to have the show without me? You can't take me out of the show? I am the show. We can and we will. Sorry, Billy. I gotta take care of this. Oh, yeah? You want to settle like this? Come on, big guys. Stop. You're hurting me. I'm gonna get you back. Yeah, I won with these. If winning is losing, that is. So now that we've explored Zoom, we'll be exploring another important facet of living in quarantine, which is, ordering stuff online. And in case you're wondering, the reason I'm not just recording my screen is that the file used a lot of data, and also I cannot download the file properly onto my phone. So here we are. The reason that so many people have been ordering online is that, with all the protests that have been going on, it's become pretty dangerous, just go out to the grocery store and buy some food. So a lot of people have turned to, like services like Amazon to safely order some food and clothes and stuff like that. And yeah, so we'll be exploring this experience through Chipotle. So let me just click the order button real quick. You can definitely see my finger in the frame right now. I don't really care. And let me click the order button. And of course, I get a pop-up ad. I have ad blocker. I can't believe these are even still a thing. And wow, this ad looks like hot garbage. And alert calling everybody with knowledge. Wow, knowledge of walls. That sounds like my job. And walls and I what? Walls and exploration is currently. This cannot be real. Are they gonna kick me off the show? They didn't tell me about this. What? A new. It's my show. They can't kick me off. What? Please, if you're at all interested, please contact us at wall.wall@hotwall.com. That is my email. That's my email. They're gonna send the auditions to my email. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm not gonna stand for this. I gotta go talk to someone. Oh God, someone. Roger. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta end it right here. I knew you'd be here, Leo. Roger, are you serious? You're already putting out advertisements for my replacement? That's for damn sure. You're doing my career and Billy's. If I don't make a huge change, this show's not the only show that's gonna be over. Well, this show's been a dream of mine since I was a wee little cherub, and I'm not gonna let you take it that easily. So I guess it's gonna come to blows then. Yeah, I guess so. Well, I kicked your butt 2 hours ago. I really hope you're ready to repeat that process. You wish. First, I'm gonna defeat you. Then, I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. Only after that, I'm gonna destroy you properly. Wow, so badass and ominous. I'm shaking in my boots. You like that, huh? Let's see how you like my fist. Bring it.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. I spend the day away. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley. The music dance and sing. They make the children really ring. I spend the day away. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley. In and around the lake. Clouds come out of the sky.
Well, everybody, I hope you all learned a valuable lesson. 1. Make sure to keep up your relationships during quarantine. I know it can be hard, but the fallout will be so much worse. And 2, this show's probably going to end soon. I don't really have that much fun making it anymore.